All right, it's time to kick this off. Your starting lineup. Make some noise for the Vian Lady Wolverines. Give it up for number 2, Macy Smith. Number 3, Skylar Locust. Number 22, Avery Wright. Number 4, Rebel Simon. And number 5, Kayla Gibbons. Your Lady Wolverines coached by Gina Ramos and assisted by Athena McCoy. All right, we need you to make some noise for your starting lineup for your Lady Tigers. Give it up for number 11, Arlen Giles. Number 12, Hadley Woods. Number 20, Avery Warner. Number 22, Autumn Cernicek. And number 25, Cambry Bear. Your Lady Tigers coached by Shane Brown and assisted by Misty Walker.
All right, and we are live. And hi, my name is Chris Larcade, and I'm the speech and debate coach, also live stream coordinator, and I guess communications guy over here at Muldrow High School. And I am joined tonight once again by our assistant boys coach, Luke Folkerts. So we're happy to have him with us here tonight as we kick this one off. I guess tip this one off would be the actual term here. Coach, I hate to say this, but okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Now that makes more sense. All right.
Looks like we're getting a little 3-2 zone from Central. from Vian. That Central converted on. A lot of purple out there.
I know, it's a lot of purple. It's kind of throwing me off there.
A little trap in the corner. See a lot of that nowadays. A lot of people will throw that any type of zone. It don't matter if it's out of 2-3, 3-2, 1-3-1. A lot of trap in the corner. Got to be ready for it. But looks like Vian is in that true 3-2. Might have got away with the carry right there, but her hand may have stayed on top.
All right, we're back. Well, Coach, what did I miss out on?
Well, Vian had to go to a quick timeout right there. Central's made a couple easy shots right there against that zone, both times in the middle. I think you're probably going to see a small adjustment from Vian with that zone. They may go to a 2-1-2 somewhere where somebody could occupy that middle, or they may sink back that top girl on top of that 3-2. So, or they may not do any of that, and they may just she may just tell them to hook it up. So, we'll see what they do right here. Looks like they're going to stay 3-2.
But it's Arlen Giles bringing it across for Central. Pass over to Woods. She's going to bring it back on the left side, out to Giles. Walk call.
Well, I can't tell if they went. It looked like they started out in 3-2, but they may have actually gone to 1-3-1. I can't really tell. It looks like they elevated one of those back girls against that zone. So look, maybe you have to see one more possession to finalize that decision.
Jump.
Jump ball call.
Giles setting up the offense.
Yeah.
Pass over to Woods.
I think they've gone to a 1-3-1 right there.
Foul being
It's
called.
like they called that on the floor.
Macy Smith for her first foul. Bear over to Giles. Giles puts up 3, no good. Giles driving inside with the jumper, and it's good for 2.
Tell you what, that's a tough shot.
Number 11, Ireland Giles with that jumper putting up 2.
Hand right in the face.
Smith with a shot, no good, off the rim. Picked back up by Simon. Well, the little scramble there. Cernchik.
Well, should have been double dribble right there, but I think he may have thought it made contact with the defender.
Cernchik, 3-pointer, no good. Right. Bring it on the right side. Gibbons dribbling in. Foul's going to be called on Woods.
Central staying in that man on baseline out of bounds. A good dive right there. Maybe that basket will get them going now.
That was Locust.
Skylar Lucas putting that up from the Lady Wolverines.
Stay in zone. Looks like 1-3-1, but then I don't know. It may. I think it's 3-2. I think they're just elevating one of those girls in the back.
Woods over to Giles. Giles for 3, no good.
Yeah, I was gonna say it went off Vian, central ball, baseline out of bounds.
I think Gibbons was trying to get a hold of that and just went off her fingertips there, right corner. Pass out to Woods. Woods 3, no good. Foul call.
You know, as a side note right here, I would like to know the percentage of shots taken on the ball side corner on baseline out of bounds, because I don't know what it is, but it seems like people get a shot in the ball side corner every time. And I got to thinking it just happened to us, but more games I watch, it happens to everybody. So it makes me not feel as bad.
Locust inbounding over to number 5, Gibbons. Now Gibbons throw.
It's pretty careless right there.
Gibbons being called for the foul.
Did they call a foul?
Well,
Nothing was signaled.
no.
I'm not sure what the call was, just to be perfectly
Well, because
honest.
they weren't. I thought
The only thing
I thought they were still in bounds.
Yeah,
while it
the only
happened.
thing it could have been is if the defender was out of bounds and he thought she touched the ball while she was out of bounds.
Okay.
That would be. I mean, that would be the only thing that could have happened right there. I'm not really sure.
outside of a foul.
Right. Yeah. Nothing was scheduled at the table or anything. So
Well, coming in for Vian, it's number 23, Haley Russell.
yeah, every baseline out of bounds Central's had, they're trying to isolate Bear somewhere in an open gap. Pretty smart. She's a good player. She's good mid-range.
Pass in the
Pretty
Bear.
decent pass. I think she kind of forced that pass. It was a small window.
Pass it to the cheek down low. Just got a little bit over her head. Russell throwing a little high lob there to right. Not really much going for Vian right now.
That should have been, I guess they called out of bounds. Probably got away with the block right there. But she was also out of control too, so. Looks like Central kind of an extended 3-2.
Jump ball call.
Locust passing it down to Russell. Russell bringing it over the right side. Pass over to right. Right puts it off the board. It's good for 2. Woods to Giles. Down inside to Bear, and it's good for 2.
Good shot. All right, we get this extended 3-2. I think no, it looks like they're going.
Oh, I believe that'll be a walk call there. Sophomore Giles. Passing over to the other sophomore. Adley Woods.
Right idea. She just got to know she's going to be diving. Central, if I'm looking at it right, they don't have a senior in their team, so they're very young.
Very young team.
Got a few freshmen out there, 5 sophomores. It's a good back cut.
Nice up and in with Simon. Able to pick up a foul. Send her to the line. Haley Cheek called for the foul. Yes. Rebound picked up by Giles. Giles passing over to Bush.
Tough
Giles.
shot. Good rebound, or that may have been a good pass. It depends on who you ask.
Number 24, Haley Cheek, drawing the shot off the line.
I'd have to give her a shot attempt right there. It looked like a legitimate shot attempt.
Wright picks up her first foul tonight. I mean, really not very many stoppages in play. If you
No,
really
it's been a fast quarter.
Good for the second for Cheek.
Oh, tough pass. Too tight of a window.
Are they really just trying to force it right now, Coach?
Yeah,
I mean, what's
yeah.
the
That they got away with the back cut the last possession. That one right there, they forced a few passes. They need to hit the middle of that zone. Especially when you get a zone extended, you want to try to hit the middle of the floor, that high post. Let somebody come out there and get you. And then when they do that, you create cutting lanes on each side.
And really, it kind of looks like to me that both teams are, they're like you would say, kind of a little bit careless with the ball in some scenarios.
Yeah.
Trying to lob it in.
They have.
Force pass.
Once again, somebody pops out to the wing or corner and wide open at baseline out of bounds. Again, I guess it's not just us. It just seems like, we give that up a lot, but I see it on, I'll see it at the college level. Somebody will give up that corner 3. A lot of times it's from the inbounder on that old-fashioned America's play, but, zones, it's just tough. It's tough on baseline out of bounds. It's nice to have because you feel like you could prevent layups. But while doing that, while packing the lane, you feel like you're also giving up stuff from the outside, especially short passes on ball side.
Well, we want to say thank you to our broadcast sponsors here tonight: Armstrong Bank, Cottonwood Design Company, Mark Hallam and Farmers Insurance, Midland Motors, Nodda's Farmhouse, Eastside Free Will Baptist Church here in Muldrow, Valley Family Dental in Fort Smith and Rowland, and Agent Mallory Martin, Funeral Home, Cox Corner Store in
We'd like to take a
Muldrow.
moment once again to thank Armstrong Bank for their sponsorship of the Sequoyah County Athletics and the Sequoyah County Tournament. Thank you,
Looks
Armstrong
like Sean
Bank.
Gard had the same idea right there.
Sure did. It
Got to
sounded
make
right.
sure we give our proper head nod to all those who helped make this tournament happen. And you know, it's been a really smooth riding tournament so far. I mean, we haven't had haven't had a whole lot of intensity. Of course, last night was of course for us Muldrow. You know, it was an intense game, and so we're looking forward to seeing how the rest of the week pans out. And Coach, whenever you're ready to talk about it, we'll talk about it. And then no, I'm just kind of kidding a little bit.
You know, that it's just part of it. Look, you know, we've got a young team right now. We just trying to find ourselves again. We put ourselves in a chance to win last night, and you know, hindsight's always 20/20. Our kids watch film today. It's always easy to point out after the fact, but hopefully we can learn from that. And we've got a big game tomorrow. You know, Southsell's got a good team. We've seen them recently. We beat them over there at their place. I know they'll be excited about playing us. You know, we're going to have to be better. You know, if we're going to win tomorrow night, we're going to have to be better. Our kids know it. Coach Collins and I know it. But that's a good thing about tournaments, too. You don't have a whole lot of time to duck your head and worry about it. You got to move on to the next one, and that's what it's all about, building up to the postseason.
That's right. That's right. And that's what really matters right there. It's just that postseason as it comes up to it. And
oh, absolutely.
I know you're just as competitive as I am, and I know it hurts, but at the same time, got to move on.
Oh, yeah, got to move on.
Wright called for the walk. 7-12 here in the second period, 14-4 in favor of Central. Of course, they're hoping to get to play again tomorrow. So it's do or die time here tonight. Pass in the cheek, back out to Giles. Over to Cernchek. Walk call against Bear. Yeah, definitely not as loud as it was last night. Just
no,
a little bit more.
No, there'll be some more people trickle in here though as this game goes on. Getting ready for the boys' game. That's a good shot right there.
Nice three-pointer for Macy Smith, and that's going to bring them a little bit closer to that 4-point lead that Central has. But it's only 7 points separating the two.
Stop, score, stop if you're Vian.
Cernchek passing over to Giles. Bush working her way over to the right side. Back to Cernchek. Down in the 24, Cheek. No good on the shot. Gibbons' pass is going to go out of bounds. Guess Central was called for the last touch there. Nice steal by Bear. Down to number 22, Cernchek. Able to put it in for two for the Lady Tigers. Macy Smith being able to pick up her own rebound. Passing back out to Gibbons.
Yeah, 3 seconds. I was about to say, I think she's been in there quite a while. You know, Vian looks like they're trying to play with 2 high posts, maybe 4 across. I really think that, of course, I think they'd be better served to put 1 in there and use a 2-guard front up top to offset that 1 that Central's putting up there.
Hadley Woods entering into the game for Police Cernchek.
Oh, yeah, that's a good skip pass. At least they got a good look right there.
Giles passes over to Woods. Woods not able to control it.
Back to Vian.
Back and forth right now, Coach. I think our camera guys are they're earning their pay tonight.
Swivel's getting a workout. They're just gone to that 2-guard front at least, but they're losing their high post. They're floating back to the basket too easy. They need to step up. You know, I always tell our kids, you know, it don't matter if we got 7th graders or high school players. If you're the high post of that zone, don't be afraid to elevate as high as you need to, even if you have to get even with the ball to alleviate pressure.
Cambry Bear from the line, good for the first. And good for the second. Pass out to Macy Smith. Her pass is stolen.
There, she's just completely active on top of that zone. She's having a heyday.
Giles puts it up for 2, no good. Able to come away with a rebound. Tries to turn inside. Jump ball will be called.
There she is. That's, you know, I think that's about the only inbound they've run, but really that's all they've needed to do. She just needs to find a gap. They've got 2 that split out to one side, 1 that dives, and she comes in and finds a gap behind.
That's going to bring up second foul for Macy Smith, for the Lady Wolverines. And not really good to foul her. She's
been automatic at the stripe.
There it is, 4 for 4. Woods able to get a little hand on it, cause a little disruption. Pass over to Bush. Bush trying to make that cross-court throw. Nearly picked off by Neal from Vian.
A good deflection. We got a late sub. Late horn, actually. She walked, yeah.
Subbing in is Richardson. Coming in for Locust.
Tough shot.
Nice shot.
Tough shot. She's got it going on right now.
Cambry Bear really having a good night so far. Macy Smith. And here comes Cambry Bear once again, puts up the layup, and it's good for 2.
Cambry Bear putting it back up with a layup for the Lady Tigers.
It's a good timeout right there by Coach Ramos.
Well, Coach, what do you think tomorrow's looking like as far as, we're probably going to visit this multiple times throughout the next game or so, but just curious, I mean, as a spectator of the sport, I mean, it's going to be a fun day.
It will be. You got 2 sessions. You got a midday and evening session. If you like basketball, you're going to see 2 good games in each session, both boys and girls at the 1:30 and 3. Then obviously the finals, and you'll get an old-fashioned Muldrow rolling game in the finals, and you'll get to watch a good rolling team in Vian in the nightcapper.
Absolutely, and which you know, last night, of course, we got to see Rowland and Salisal battle at it, but really it was just one-handed on Rowland's side of the ball. Of course, me and Coach Ryan, we were talking, and I mean, that duo that they have, when they do that inbound pass, and the next thing you know, you got
look,
Tyree coming through.
That's the thing. I mean, if on a missed shot, they're going to leak out. On a made shot, they're going to leak out. And every guy that plays on the floor for Rowland can throw the pass one length of the floor to the other on that alley, and they can all 5 run the floor. I mean, it's like we've talked about. They've got a really good team. I mean, they've got athletes. They've got shooters. They've got length. They've got depth. They've got some good seniors. They've got great underclassmen. Listen, Coach Lewis and Rowland, they've got it going on right now, and they're going to be good for a while.
tell you what, it'll be an interesting matchup to see how Vian is able to. Well, I don't think Vian has played Roland this year.
Don't think so. No, they haven't. You know, it's one of those things. You know, Roland on paper is going to be the better team, but you know, sometimes that's why you play the game. I think I've been a part of both of those things, good and bad. And Vian, all they need to do is come out, relax. If they take care of the basketball, and here's the deal, they're going to be able to match up with them in some of those spots athletically because they've got great athletes. It's a matter of having success early, knocking some shots down, gaining confidence, and just trying to keep that momentum. The thing is, Roland's going to come at you with runs. In fact, there's going to be probably at least 2 of them a game where they're coming at you, and they're going to go in a 6, 8, 10-0 run. You've got to find a way to maintain your composure and to break those cycles and to go on a run yourself. And that's just the name of the game when you're playing great teams.
Well, we'll be talking a little bit about Vian on the other side here in just a little bit. Pass on in to number 2, Macy Smith. She's able to put it up for 2.
Macy Smith put that up for Lady Wolverines.
Just in really a short period of time, Central's been able to kind of run away with it, but wouldn't quite count it all out yet. But
no,
Cambry really has been making a difference for Central.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, here's the deal. It's just like if you watch that Stigler and Roland girls game, you saw 2 massive runs. Stigler started the game off yesterday with a massive run, and I'm wanting to say that Roland answered with a 23-0 run themselves, and then it ended up being super tight at the end. Yeah. It's just that, I mean, that's a prime example of why you can't get too high, too low in a game. You've just got to keep your head. You've got to answer the call if things are going against you. And then if it's going your way, you've got to find a way to maintain that and keep momentum.
Richardson with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Cambry Bear, but also Macy Smith's able to get a hand on it to force the jump ball.
Little 4 cross dive right there. The timing wasn't good on that. You know, I guess all coaches nitpick, but I sure would like my timing to be together on that inbounds.
Hadley Woods able to get a hand on it, able to push it back out to.
You know, one of these days we'll be able to have some live stats. I feel it coming.
One day.
I feel it coming. We can have some live stats one day, but I'd like to see, you know, Blair, or excuse me, not Blair, Bear. She's had a monster half right here. You know, I was watching a college basketball game tonight. I was watching the Hogs and the Tigers of Missouri play. I was looking at some plus-minus on some of the players. You know, obviously I'm an Arkansas fan, and they didn't have a great first half. Ended on a good note, and they ended up winning the game. But, you know, one of their best players, I think, was -18 on a plus-minus. And needless to say, that's not good. Blair, or excuse me, Bear. I wanted to say Blair. It's Bear. She's definitely in the positive right now. She's had a great first half.
Right, picks up the dribble, trying to force it into Macy Smith, and then just gets out a little bit ahead of her. Unable to come up with it. Woods inbounding to Giles. Giles is going to be bringing it down. Past the Bush, into Woods, down to Cambry.
You know, the cool thing about where we live, Chris, in this part of the state is you know, basketball-wise, I'm a huge basketball fan, obviously, and we have 3 really great coaches at the D1 level. You got more than that, I mean, but if you're talking Coach Mosier over there at OU and Coach Musselman at Arkansas and Coach Boynton at Oklahoma State, had a chance to listen and talk to all 3 of those guys, watch each of those teams practice. They do great stuff. Shout out to those guys.
3 great programs right here. It's been really a day's drive, and Cambry Bear able to pick up a steal. He's all alone with a left side layup. Oh, no good, but she's able to pick up the foul.
You know, she confidently went to that left side, and that usually tells me a lot about a player. You know, she's been able to go both ways. She didn't hesitate at all to go finish with that left hand, got fouled. Now she's going to go to the line, and I believe she's hit every one of them she's went to the stripe with. And right on cue, I'm sure I cursed her on that one. Should have known better. I'm sorry, Miss Bear. That looked more like her
Yeah,
right
I was
there.
going to say, we'll just be quiet during her free
I'll
throws
chalk
now.
that one up. It was my bad.
Oh, nice block
Just getting,
there for
Central's
Giles.
getting a lot of deflections, getting a lot of hands on the ball.
Woods being called for the push.
All baseline out of bounds and sideline out of bounds. Central goes man-to-man. At least they have thus far for the most part.
Woods.
Pretty smart tactic, especially when you have momentum. You're giving a different look. You've got them on the ropes. It looks like they're going to get another steal right there, and it's worked out every time. There, she had her girl sealed. She's a good player. I like watching her play. It's my first time getting this chance to see both these teams play. Same inbounds play. She's going to dive and try to find a gap.
Cerncheck over to Giles, back to Cerncheck. Over to Bear. Bear driving in, puts it up. Off the rim.
Tough shot, contested.
Might have had a little hand on it there.
Yeah.
Well, right now it's all Central at 27-9, and we're going to be looking forward to that second half. And of course, we want to say once again thank you to our broadcast sponsors who've been with us all week and providing for us and giving these kids an opportunity to live stream this game, get their hands on those cameras, and really, it's been a long week, Coach.
It has.
I don't know what it's like for the coaches. I don't know what it's like for the players, but I can tell you right here as a play-by-play broadcast teacher guy, it's a tough week.
I'm sure it's been I think it's been a tough week on everybody. It's a long week. It's fun, but it's been a long week. A lot of people doing work. I tell you what, though, the communication team right here has done a great job. I've really enjoyed it. It's been first class.
Well, we appreciate that, Coach, and we appreciate you coming on here, of course. And well, we're going to take it right there, and we're going to move on into our halftime program, and so we'll be back here in about 7 minutes.
or less going into the fourth quarter. I think that would be a win right there and give you a whole new level of confidence.
I think we're back now. I want to say special thank you to Armstrong Bank for hosting this tournament and for their continued support for our area schools, communities, and programs across Sequoyah County. Thank you for all that you do and showing all your great hospitality to all of us here. Coach, you were saying something right there.
Yeah, I was just saying, well, hopefully, you know, at halftime, Vian talked a little bit about some things they can do differently, maybe some adjustments right here. That's what it's all about. You know, you have a bad half of basketball. You want to make an adjustment. That's not a good start right there on offense. But, you know, I was thinking if they can just cut this lead to 10 or less going into the fourth quarter, obviously you win the quarter and you can, you know, you've got the momentum and the confidence you need to maybe close out the game and even give yourself a chance to win.
Nice steal there by number 2, Mason Smith. Bringing it back over for the Wolverines. Out to 22, right, pushing it down low. Broken up by who else but Cambry Bear. Out to Cerncheck in the corner. She's going to bring it out to the wing. Little lob pass into Bear, no good. It's going to be off the fingertips. It's going to stay with the Lady Tigers.
I'm going to venture to say that, well, they get a little different inbounds right here out of a little box set. Little circle, same concept though. Bears looking to dive and find an open gap.
Giles drives in for the jumper.
Tough shot.
Smith bringing the cross court. Central just really being able to get their hands on the ball.
Vian, they've forced so many passes.
I feel like we are seeing more of a press from the Tigers here.
Seeing a little bit of pressure right here. Yeah, they did a lot of stuff out of the half-court trap that last half. They may extend it to try to hurry the pace, and I think what Central's looking for is they're wanting to see this lead go from 18 to 25, 26 in a hurry. You know, it gets to that point, and you, especially at this level of kids, they can really hang their heads.
Well, and one thing I noticed too, and I was going to ask you about this, is just that, you know, Vian really didn't get in much foul trouble.
No.
I mean, no one went to 1-and-1, and I was really surprised that we didn't see that half-court press or maybe even full-court press from Vian. But I mean, not dogging. I'm not a coach, so I don't know.
Well, you know, Coach Ramos may not feel like they've you know, Central's got the Bear girl, for one, she's got some length, and when you have some length and you see pressure like that, she's got the capability of skipping it over the top and making that long pass over the top, and she's also probably a threat to catch it in the middle of that press and go attack and beat it herself. So, you know, I think Coach Ramos is probably playing the percentages on that deal.
Cambry Bear, after the layup, able to force a steal. Get it over to number 12, Woods, putting it in for the easy layup.
You know, it's a 22-point game. You're getting in danger zone right now if you're Central or if you're Vian. It's exactly what Central wanted coming out of halftime. You want to see that lead expand.
Smith's three, no good. Bear with the rebound.
Probably wasn't on purpose. That was a good foul, though, because that would have been an easy transition layup.
Woods was way out ahead of everybody when she caught that ball. So
she was. We'll just say that Miss Avery Wright made a great play right there in a heads-up foul.
Woods over to Giles. Cerncheck. Tipped it out of bounds. Locust. Foul called on number 12, Woods. That'll be her third foul. Right.
It's a good back cut right there. Small window, though. Good back cut.
If Vian could really just hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that.
A lot of turnovers, a lot of deflected passes.
Giles over to Warner. Warner cross court, down to Cheek. Cheek puts it up. It's over the rim.
Another jump ball. It's going to go back to Vian right here.
Simon putting it in for two for Vian.
Scarlett has drawn a shot foul. Delay at the line for Lady Wolverines.
Locust good for the first. Giles. I believe being called for the foul here.
You know, Chris, periodically in my classes at school, I'll do on this day in history. Since I teach history, you know, I like to put my spin on it in sports, though. On this day in history, January 6, 1995, Coach Lenny Wilkins passed the legendary Red Auerbach to become the NBA's all-time winningest coach. That gave him, I believe, 939 victories.
Wow.
Here's a little fun fact for everyone listening.
900 and how many?
939. You know, and he coached for some years after that as well.
Cortez with a rebound and put it right back up for two for Central. Central extending their lead here, and Giles able to make a block and then turn it into a foul situation for the Lady Wolverines. Oh. Nice tip there from Warner. Warner puts it up for the layup. It's good for two. Pass over to Locust. Locust getting the double team. Foul call. That'll be going against Bear. Should be her second. Bear with a steal. Pass out to Warner. Warner goes up on the left side and good for two. Pass down to Locust. Trying to get it over to Smith. Fade away from Simon, picking up the foul. And good for 2. Subbing into the game, number 12, Annie Neal. Another sophomore. Like you said, Coach, I mean, Vian's got a very young team, but then if you look on the flip side, I mean, you've got another team with no seniors on either side.
Yeah,
well, I say that. I think there's one. Yes, Macy Smith. For Vian.
Macy Smith, yes. Yeah, and Central doesn't have any seniors. Vian's just got one. I mean, you don't see that very often. 2 teams sporting just 1 senior.
Wow.
You're going to see a lot of the same faces next year.
Well, and I was talking to some of the students today about this matchup, and they had said that they'd had some seniors in the past, I think it was like last year, graduating. But even to their recollection, they were like, yeah, I think they're all pretty young. And I'm like, sure enough, I mean, when you're looking at the roster, they are. So,
I mean, the bulk of these 2 teams are freshmen and sophomores.
Well, and one of these teams are going to be making it to be playing in tomorrow's games, of course, against Stigler.
And another jump ball call.
You know, Cambry Bear, she's had a big night for Central. She's just a freshman. So she's got a good high school future ahead of her, that's for sure.
Bear bringing it over to Warner. Down to Bush for 2.
That was number 21, Cheyenne Bush with that bucket.
You know, speaking of young players, this next game on the nightcap tonight, you know, Stigler is good. They've got a lot of good young players. They've got a good freshman class, some good sophomores. They've got a bright future ahead of you. You know, they're a team that fluctuates too. They'll go to 3A, then back up to 4A, 3A. They're sitting in 3A right now. You know, that's a team right here that, you know, you can't get complacent, and you can't settle on what you do in junior high, but you know, they've got a chance to have some good teams going forward. They've got to go to it now, but they've got a chance to, when those kids are older, and you know, floor a lot of experience on Tuesday and Friday nights. You know, they got a chance to have some special nights.
Well, speaking of Jackson McCarter, who we're going to be seeing tonight, he's actually the freshman.
Yep.
And so, you know, we were talking about them, and you know, I was talking to the coach, you know, just a few days ago, and you know, he was saying that they've had some turnover, and of course now they got a young team, and you know, didn't really know how it was all going to pan out this year with being such a young team, but I mean, seeing the heart of those guys, and of course we're going to be seeing that here in about 8 minutes.
Yeah.
But it'll be an interesting matchup, of course.
Oh yeah.
But it really boils down to when you see the youth coming up in, you know, of course, Muldrow and Vian and Central and all these other teams and Stigler. I mean, I'm going to say here in the next few years, it's going to get pretty interesting right here with all the experience.
Oh, it's going to be super competitive, and you know, you're going to have 8 teams, and you're going to have a bunch of them, more than half that can beat anybody in this tournament. And you know, I can't remember what it was. I remember Coach Lowe was coaching Central Girls. I want to say it's 2012. I may be wrong about that, but Central Girls won this tournament for the first time ever. They had a good team, senior-laden team. I don't remember why I was here that night. I was coaching in Salina, Oklahoma then, and I don't think we played on that Saturday night. And I got a chance to come watch the finals, and I know Central, that was something they were really proud of. Had a good team that year. Coach Lowe, obviously a great coach. He's at Fort Gibson now. But you know, that's just that's why you play the game, and that's what That's what it's all about is, you know, on paper, something may not make much sense, but that's why you play the game.
You know, not to date you, but, you know, that's 11 years ago, Coach.
Oh, my gosh. You got to be kidding me.
I'm sorry. When you said 2012, I was like, man, that.
You know, when I hear
that long ago.
That's the thing. You know, when I hear 2010, 11, 12, whatever, I just don't. To me, it's timeless. It just doesn't make much sense that it was that long ago, but I guess it is. You know, if you would have asked yourself when you were in high school something 10, 11 years ago, that was almost your entire life. You were in elementary. You were a fresh start kindergartner. So, you know, I try to explain that to our kids every year in class. One of my first 2 days of class, I always talk about how, you know, the concept of time as a kid is so different than what it is as an adult because, you know, 3 or 4 years goes by, you know, that's a big chunk of a kid's life. For us, it's, you know, it's nothing. It's a blur.
Ooh, nice
great
jumper
shot
there by Warner. And that looked good. I mean, they were moving the ball there side to side, opening up the gaps.
Yeah, she walked. I'd like to, you know, again, here's where the live stats would come into play. I'd like to see how many deflections Central's had this game because it's been a ton of them.
Between that and the assist last night on the Roland side against Salisal. Locust driving in, loses the ball there. Picked up by, I think, Cerncheck, but they're going to call it a jump ball. Apologies, that was Woods.
A Roland and Salisal game last night. You know, there's 2 Hall brothers, 1 senior, 1 freshman. Both of them are really great players. The oldest one, I haven't seen a book yet or anything. I don't know how many he had last night, but it was a bunch.
Well, I know we were talking, me and Coach Ryan, and he was keeping track through the first half, and at the first half he had 26 points.
Yeah, I thought I had heard he had 42, but I may be wrong. What a great pickup from Roland. Hall kid coming from Fort Smith, obviously his little brother, great players, a freshman coming from Moffitt. They're going to be a tough out. They got a chance to make a deep run in the postseason.
Locust. Not Locust. Yep.
It's like a little contact.
Got some substitutions coming in. Canberra Bears back into the game. Number 21, Bush. Number 23, Harris. Subbing in for the Lady Tigers.
Heavy right at the line for Lady Wolverines.
Right at the line. No good on the first. Makes good on the second. Bear inbounding into Giles. Warner surveying. Over to Giles in the far wing. Just off the rim. No good for 3. It's not. Timeout.
Timeout, Lady Wolverines.
Good time to call. Good time to call a timeout there with.
Yeah, they were in a little bind right there.
Yeah, right, picking up her dribble there, but. Giles. Over to 23, Harris. Bush just trying to get it in there to Bear.
A little aggressive on the pass.
See those. Smith out to Locust. Locust down the right. Foul call. Foul called on number 35, Elizabeth Ortiz.
Every right at the line for the
Is it Ortiz or Ortez? I apologize if I get that wrong.
I would say it's Ortiz. Well, yeah, we definitely apologize if we get that wrong.
It happens from time to time. We're not perfect, but
trust me, I know.
It was a great ball in for Terrell for Vian. Woods. Like you said, true about names, I tell you.
True story right here. True story. My sophomore year at college, I'm playing at Southwest Baptist, and we're up at Emporia State, and they're doing the starting lineup, and they get to my name. Of course, we're the visiting team. They say, you know, then it goes quiet. Students turn their backs. Someone's got newspapers. and the announcer, I guess, usually, though, especially that level, those guys do a great job making sure they have pronunciation. He just got tongue-tied my name and tried to blurt out something and couldn't. He ended up saying whatever. He said, and he didn't mean to say it, but he was hot on the mic right there, and I was over there fist bumping the officials. I was running by, and I just said, "You got to be kidding me." I have heard it all and seen it all when it comes to messing up names.
Three minutes, 54 seconds. Of course, by the looks of it right here, it appears that Central will be playing once again tomorrow. Is that right? Am I right or wrong on that one?
I thought tonight was the last night for these teams right here.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, they are.
My bad.
Tomorrow's the third place games in the championship game.
I'm sure someone's going to also put that in on the comments there too.
Oh yeah,
hey,
we got it corrected.
Hey, people love to correct me on the comments, just like charge call.
Charge call.
I think Coach Ryan's going to start well, actually, Chris, club.
So he's been hitting you with the well, actually?
Well, actually, Chris. that's Coach Ryan's way of saying, shut up, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Kind of wish my wife would say it that way. Well, actually, Chris.
Boy, isn't that the truth?
Say that too. She'll watch this on replay later.
Oh yeah.
Substitutions coming in for Central. Looks like we've got Avery Warner, Lisa Harris, Cheyenne Bush, And Giles came back in.
Macy Smith putting up 2 more.
You know, I get to watching Coach Ramos. You know, I've watched her for some years, coach girls basketball here at Vian. She's such a nice lady. Her family is so nice. You know, I've coached against her husband in softball, baseball. Their kids are all been great athletes. They were great athletes. Such nice people. They do. She does. You know, she's behind right now, but she's never sat down. She's never given up on her girls. She coaches hard. She does a good job.
Truly, and that's one of the nice things about this tournament too. Is like, you know, you guys are fixing to get really knee deep in districts, and
oh yeah,
you know, we're kind of talking about what's coming up on the schedule. You know, after this tournament, and you know, this is really a good time to work out those kinks, and especially after the holidays. Even though it's also one of those things like, oh man, you know, right after Christmas break, but still. It's a good thing to get everybody back at basketball.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's kind of what we preached our guys last night after our game and today at practice. You know, I've been a kid before, and I'm an adult. I'm a coach. It's hard. You know, it's hard to move on and to not stay disappointed, but you have to. There's too many things ahead of you right now. You want to be playing your best basketball late February on, and that's what it's all about. Right now, these tournaments, when you get 3 games in a week, you get kind of a playoff feel. You're wanting to make the most of those opportunities, whether you know, you lose all 3 of them, or your first 2, or you win all 3, whatever it may be in between. It's all about building the postseason.
Giles over to Warner. Warner trying to make the pass. It's deflected by Macy Smith. Warner putting it in the Cheek. Cheek puts it up for 2, and it's good.
Number 24, Haley Cheek with a nice spin, putting back up for Lady Tigers.
Lucas. Right, picking up the foul.
Yeah, that's how
Should be 1-1. Yeah, there we go.
Like Central's going to have some mass subs again. Can't tell. At least 4 is coming in, maybe 5.
So this should be in the double bonus, 10 fouls.
That's Macy Smith at the line shoot bonus.
That 4 is coming in. Haley Cheek, she's going to stay into the game. Everyone else is out.
One minute left here in the 4th period. Of course, Central up 45-26. Everybody get a little bit of playing time here and at least get a little bit of run up and down on the floor. Should be a
good little loose ball basket.
Skylar Lucas putting that back up for Lady Wolverines.
Of course, the winner of this game gets the 5th place trophy tonight. And so right at the conclusion of this game, there'll be the presentation of that award. Of course, I think it's easy to say right now, it'll be the Lady Tigers receiving that with 31 seconds here left in the 4th period. And so as we get ready for the Stigler Panthers tonight, of course, you know, we were talking about, you know, young team and everything. It's got to be really exciting to see this happen tonight. And so looking forward to a lot more to come.
Oh, yeah. You know, if you're both teams tonight, you've gotten 3. This will be your 3rd game this week, and they've all been good quality games for you. You've played played good opponents, good athletes. You know, Gore sitting in Class A right now.
And that's the thing. I hadn't got to see Gore play, and I guess that's why I'm talking more about Stigler, because I've seen him play this week, but Gore just haven't got to see him play
yet. I've seen him on film a couple times. They've got a good team. I know Coach Estes was a little disappointed in their effort against Vian the other night, but, you know, sometimes that happens, you know, especially coming after a break. What you got to do right here is build off that and look for positives and look for things where you can regain some momentum you have, because they've got a good team, and you have to remind them of that. You know, and that's kind of what we're preaching to our guys. Right now, we're down. We're in a funk right now, but we've got to find a way to get out of it. And that's a good thing about tournaments. You don't get to just dwell on what you did wrong. You get to turn around and play again, and that's the best medicine for it.
Well, once again, Lady Tigers win it 45-29 over the Vian Lady Wolverines. And we'll have that trophy presentation coming up here momentarily.
Thank you to all the fans. I'd love to give these teams another round of applause for a great game. We are proud to present the consolation championship.
Just want to remind everyone that Multnomah Public Schools and Oklahoma Secondary Schools Activity Association is conducting this game, and we ask that you help participate in character-driven interscholastic athletics. Now for your starting lineup for your Gore Powers, put your hands together for number 1, Journey Shells. Number 5, Jackson Duke. Number 10, Ben Kirkpatrick. Number 11, Noah Cooper. And number 33, Aiden Dickerson. We were Pirates coached by TWSDs and assisted by Tyler Lewis. All right, we got some Panther fans in the house. Put your hands together for your starting lineup. Give it up for number 2, McKay Perry. Number 12, Will Rose. Number 14, Jaden Gold. Number 21, Hunter Self. And number 23, Javarian Warren. Your Panthers coached by Chris Parker and assisted by Tyler Guthrie.
All right, we are back for the boys' game here with the Gore Pirates and the Stigler Panthers.
Gore's gonna have to, they're gonna have to figure out how to take away or alleviate some pressure off Stigler's length. They've got 2 guys with Gold and Warren with some length. And good start with the steal right there.
I think it's Gould.
Gold, I'm sorry. Gold.
Gore. Out to Kirkpatrick.
Okay, so we got a little boxing 1 going right here. So that box 1, that looks like they've manned up on Jackson Duke. And you're going to see those other 4 guys in zone. So they're going to face guard Duke, and then they're going to zone up everyone else. At least it was right there in that last possession. And it looks like it's the same thing right here.
Rose called for the hard drive and recharge right there, and so be his first foul. Covered by Dickerson. Out to number 5, Duke. Kirkpatrick. Of course, a lot of these guys play football with Gore, and of course, same thing with Stigler. And so, familiar with these guys as they have made their run in the playoffs and playing football. Kirkpatrick for 3. That'll put the Pirates on the board.
It's a good start for Gore. You know, the Stigler's game plan defensively, they're going to take Duke out of it, try to, and let those other guys try to beat them. And this right here is where Stigler's going to have the advantage.
Cool, good for 2.
Gold probably could have finished at the basket there, but nonetheless, good little turnaround jumper.
Shells misses on the corner shot. Over number 21, Self. He puts it up, good for 2.
And he had a nice game the other night, too, when I was on the live stream with you, Chris.
Noah Cooper.
No, Stigler's got some speed up top, and then they got length in the backside of that zone. You know, and
Gould.
I think it's going to be a collective effort right there when they box at 1 Duke. Looked like that was a walk.
Self called for the walk. Perry. Sorry, Perry.
Mr. Perry McCade, it looks like he has the assignment of guarding Duke. Man-to-man, everybody else, again, they're in that zone. Little triangle one, boxing one. You know, some different looks you can give out of that. It's just a junk defense. But again, the whole purpose of that is to let those other guys beat you and not Duke.
Number 1, Journey Shells going to the shot foul. At the line for the Pirates.
Journey Shells going to the line for the Pirates after catching that rebound and going up. And now the rim, no good on the first. It's going to knot it up at 4. We're 5:21 in the first period. Rose. And Warren. Warden.
It's a good back cut.
Feeding over to Perry. Perry good for 2.
Good back cut. And again, with that length, he's going to be able to see over the top. Him and Warren.
Duke.
You know, right now, Gore's been okay with the foul right there. Gore's been okay. I just wonder during a timeout or at the end of this quarter if Coach Estes isn't going to make an adjustment right here against this boxing one.
Cooper off the inbound. Shells to Duke. Duke being tested over there on the wing.
Good hands right there. Good deflection. A little wide baseline out of bounds look. You know, this right here is a situation where you can get Duke open depending on what they do.
Nice little inside move.
Good aggressive rebound.
I'm telling you, that student section right there on that aisleway, it's been seeing a lot of action.
Tell you what.
With that ball going into the audience.
Yeah, you better be heads up over there. You know, at least there's some separation over there. You got a little ways away from the court. You got that railing. You know, we were playing in Salisaw a couple weeks ago. That student section was right there on the floor.
Yeah. It's nice to have a little bit of a barrier.
Yes.
In between the student section and the players and really the court.
Good little set right there against a man.
Eckel. Down to Gould, out of the rim.
Yeah, Gould, he's settled with a couple fadeaways. He really needs to get to the basket on that move. Good little move. He's got a lot of length and everything. He can finish over people. He just needs to finish at the basket. He's doing them a favor by finishing away.
Shells getting it inside and getting it over to Dickerson. He's unable to put it in.
This kid right here,
Here's
I like
the freshman,
him.
McCarter,
I like
for 3,
him.
just off the rim. Gould puts it up for 2, and it's good.
That's more like it. He got an offensive rebound, finish to the basket. I really like the Jackson McCarter kid. I think he can play. I like his confidence. I like the swagger he brings to the floor. He's fearless. He's going to have a good career.
Just a reminder, freshman.
Yes.
Of course, his brother's also on the team.
Yeah, and there he is right there.
Caden.
He's got good IQ. Look, he's dribbling with his eyes up. He's seeing what they're giving him. Protects the basketball.
Warren over to Gould. Gould blocked by Dickerson. Oh, sorry, by Cooper. Gore doing a good job at blocking out in the paint.
And they've got to because Stigler's got length.
Warren gets it over to McCarter. McCarter does a little side step, up for 2 off the board.
Great Euro step. Great Euro step. That's a veteran move. That's one that You don't just do that for no reason. He's worked on that a lot. Big shot right there.
Nice shot by Noah Cooper, the junior from
I'll tell you
Gore.
what, I like this timeout right here by Coach Estes. I think what he's going to talk about is keeping those guys out of the paint. I anticipate a small adjustment right here. I wouldn't doubt if they go to man some too. You know, I've only seen a couple game film on them, and they've shown man obviously and a little bit of zone. And I imagine they're going to talk about keeping guys in front. Whether that be the guards and especially the big guys, and they've got to make sure that they block out every single possession.
Well, one name that we haven't really got to call out a whole lot right now is Warren, who was in the last game dominant player. And so right now it seems like Gore's one of their game plans is kind of keeping him isolated.
Yeah, and he, a couple of possessions ago, he had a look where he kind of split the defense to the basket. Kind of, I don't know if he may have got fouled a little bit or lost the ball and didn't finish, but I anticipate, as long as they got these two long guys in right here, they're gonna try some high-low looks. Gore and man right now. That was the same set we saw a little ago, a little cross screen, stagger screen, a little pick and roll.
Foul call. Cooper getting a steal on that last play, bringing it down, and they want to pick up the foul, putting him on the line. That's going to be Gould's second foul. Or, I'm sorry, first.
All right, so Stigler's lineup just got a little smaller with Gould coming out of the game. Still got Warren in. Now the matchup, if you're Gore on defense, you feel like you probably feel a little bit more confident, stuff that you see every day in practice. I don't think they don't have anybody like Warren, but you're used to seeing a big guy out there, not necessarily two.
Perry making really I would say an athletic play, but I mean he just got called for out of bounds. But I mean he a lot of hustle right there trying to get that ball and keep it in.
A little 3-2, or excuse me, they're still on the, I guess it'd be the little diamond one look in the half court, boxing one. It's junk defense. They're going to try to take Duke away, and then Duke has been taken out of the game right now. I mean, right now he's playing away from the ball again. I really feel like when there's some time, it may be halftime, but Coach S is probably going to find a way to get Duke involved. I mean, you don't get boxing one because you're an average player. Duke's obviously proven that he's a good player, and they're going to try to take him out of the game.
Nice play by Reed, and number 23 for Gore. Putting it off the board for two. 3-point shot.
That was a good block out right there. Really good block out right there by Keegan Reed. Get that zone, that pass fake right there. Get that defender to jump out, and then you go attack gaps.
Will Rose coming in the game for Eckel.
I know Coach Estes does a good job, and I'm sure these are things. It's hard to hit on these things in brief 30-second, even full timeouts. Halftime, I can see him making an adjustment on some of these things. Right now, it's neck and neck. It's going to be a good game. I think this is going to be a really good nightcapper.
Like I said, there's a lot of excitement for me because I was thinking about this matchup today, and I was like, well, I don't know much about Gore, but I know about Stigler, and from what I've heard about Gore, it should be a good matchup tonight, of course.
Gore came out flat against Vian. I mean, plain and simple. That wasn't them. We all know they're better than what they showed that night. And sometimes you don't want a game like that. You may need a game like that periodically to humble you a little bit, and especially coming out of Christmas break. Right now, what I'm seeing out of them is night and day different. Their approach to the way the game started is completely different. They're executing, even though they're seeing a little junk defense right now against Duke, but the other guys seem to have handled it really well. Hey, and the more shots you make out of that, the quicker you're going to get somebody out of it.
Absolutely. Well, at this time, we'd like to say thank you to all those who are sponsoring our broadcast here tonight, and it would not be possible without them. giving the students, like I said before, a great opportunity to really make this gym a classroom. Doing this live broadcast here tonight and working these cameras and learning how to do this live stream. And so thank you, Armstrong Bank, Cottonwood Design Company, Mark Hallam and Farmers Insurance, Midland Motors, Nodis, it's the first time I've said it like that, Nodis Farmhouse.
I've done it plenty of times.
Eastside Free Will Baptist Church here at Muldrow, Valley Family Dental in Fort Smith and Rowan, Agent Mallory Martin Funeral Home, and Cox Corner Store in Muldrow. Drive in from Cooper there. I think McCarter might have got a little hand on it. Kirkpatrick over to Cooper. In the shells. Back to Kirkpatrick. Moving over to the wing. Kirkpatrick in the... Over to Shell. Shell's driving inside. Picked up by Duke. Duke. Unable to make the crossover. Broken up by Perry. Gore's got to settle down, make some good passes here. 9-10.
Good shot fake.
Cooper missed the three. Duke feeling that double team, hands it off to Shells. They weren't moving too fast, but it felt like they were rushed. Like they were rushing themselves and
little box set, pick and roll. Which makes sense.
Shell's good. Good job getting the pass in there.
Good move in a baseline.
Down on the floor. Foul called on number 14, Gould. That'll be his second.
It's his second one right there, so we may not see him the rest of this quarter, so we don't pick up a third before halftime. And Reed open on the backside. Man, that's so frustrating as a coach. And he ended up getting a good shot anyways, but once you got a guy coming right open off an inbound, you want your inbounder to see that. But they ended up working out. All right, Gore with the 1-point advantage. Let's see right here how Stigler responds.
Keegan Reed able to pull in that 2-point off the backboard.
Got a little pick and roll continuity. Shuffled his feet maybe slightly right there. Official called it.
Cooper over to Shells. Nice defensive play. Out to McCarter. McCarter.
Good job. Good job getting ahead of the defense. Something easy in transition.
Kirkpatrick. No good from the corner. McCarter trying to get over to Warner.
May get a little screen-to-screener right here.
Carter. Carter, nice little move on the inside, drawing inside. Off the board, but he gets the foul.
Great move, way to get to the basket.
Number 1, Jackson McCarter drawing the shot foul. Line for the Panthers.
7.
You know, I'm looking at Jackson Duke out there, and again, he's Gore's one of their leading scorers, if not their leading scorer. You don't see a look of frustration on him, but you know that he's getting boxed in the morning. You know it's frustrating when you're getting taken out of it. You know, if you're a guy that's in that position, you've got to be a great screener. You could screen against that zone to get other guys to look, but more importantly, what that does is when you're a great screener, you're opening yourself up for open shots and to get some defense, maybe out of position, out of that junk defense. And again, you know, if you get boxed in 1-2 and inbounds is a great time to get a look right here, because you can show, like right there.
Duke for three off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Self. Self over to Perry. Back to Self off the rim. Back into Perry, and he puts it up for two and in.
Okay, Perry tipping that back in for the Panthers.
Cooper.
Yeah, he
Call for the walk. I was going to say that the defense had hold of the ball there. There might have been a little bit of contact on it,
maybe a little bit, but I don't think that was the correct call.
Jackson McCarter.
Looks like we got a dead ball set. We're going to get a high ball screen right here.
Drawing the defense down to Warren. Puts it up a little hard off the board.
Right now, Stigler, too, they're getting a lot of second and third opportunities, again, because they have length, and they're going to get offensive rebounds. Have to limit that if you're Gore. Gore staying to man-to-man baseline out of bounds.
You're missing one. We got one over here.
Eckel. Over to McCarter. Carter, nice move. Shot for three, no good.
Confident stroke.
Jump ball call. That's going to stay with Stigler. Carter.
Good driving kick. And again, there's that second opportunity, third opportunity, fourth opportunity.
Duke. Euro step in. Oh, just off the backboard. And that's Self for two.
Self is really good about driving and going to finish. We've seen that 2 nights in a row now. Gore's on a little drought right now where they haven't scored in a while.
Perry able to keep it, step on in. Call for the charge. That should be his first. Cooper up to Kirkpatrick. Shells.
Got to try to take advantage of this inbounds on this box and one.
Kirkpatrick.
Looked like he was going to get a good
Cooper.
look.
Driving in.
I think he walked first. Oh, we got him on 3 seconds. I don't know about that one. He may be right, though. You know, it's one of those. I thought maybe he shuffled his feet. It's either going to be a walk, it's going to be a foul, but I didn't expect 3 seconds. But nonetheless, it may have been.
officials seem to be drawing out the box now.
Well,
making sure everyone sees the lines there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pretty good sized rectangle over there, I guess. Let's be honest here too on the 3 second call. That could be called so much more than what it is.
Yeah.
You know, like right now, Warren, he's already been in there 3 seconds. He's been in there 7 seconds, and now he gets out. So you know, it's just kind of hard to see. I mean, and it's hard. And here, I don't care if it's a 2-man crew, a 3-man crew officials. It's hard to see everything and to see guys in that lane. It's why you just don't see it. There's a walk. It's why you just don't see it very often. It's got to be plain as day. Somebody right in the middle of the lane. That's why I was a little surprised that was called back there. But it very well may have. I was not paying attention.
Stigler still on top, 17-11. Pirates just not having the
good skip
a lot of
pass.
accuracy right now, but McCarter off the rim. Perry puts it back up, rebounded.
You know, Stigler didn't get anything out of that, but they got a second chance opportunity again. There's where them live stats are coming into play. I bet you they've tripled Gore in rebounds. Pretty good pass
nice
right there.
Hustle there by Rose and put back up by McCarter.
And now Stigler's on a little run. Gore's just got to stay composed right here. Score. You're thinking score, stop, score right here. At worst, get a good look. Get in the teeth of that zone. Hit a tough shot, one or the other like that. It was a good shot right there. Now they need to look to get a stop. Looks like they're going a little zone now.
Pass over to McCarter, down to Warren. Warren over to Self.
Good job by Stigler. We got in the teeth of that zone. Got an easy look.
Kirkpatrick over on the wing, down the shells. Duke bringing it inside, off the board, off the rim.
Gore with the second chance opportunity right there.
Duke able to pull up the steal.
Good hustle by Duke.
Foul call.
Foul call on Self right there.
Yep. Tate Brookshire.
Is it Brookshire?
I think it's 85% sure. Brookshire.
It's about like that.
If not, we're going with it.
It's about like that percentage where 60% of the time it works every time.
Tate Brookshire in the game. Also coming into the game, number 12, Will Rose, returning. Placing the other starter, Perry. Cooper.
All right, looks like Stigler's going to try to take the last shot of the half right here. See what they do against the zone. Gore's going to try to hurry him up. They got a good look right there. It was early.
Warren
once again, there's second. Here's a third opportunity. Careless turnover right there. But again, there's a second and third opportunity that they got. 5.5 seconds. You got to think he's got to get about 3 dribbles, maybe a pass before shot. 3 dribbles, shot, maybe a little contact. They didn't call it though. You know, if I'm Gore, I'm feeling good. Like right now, I know you don't feel like you probably played well, but look, it's just a 6-point game right now. It feels like as spectators that Stigler's got this completely under control, but you look up at the scoreboard, it's just a 6-point game. So I imagine Coach Estes in halftime right here is reiterating that to his guys, and maybe I would expect to maybe seeing an adjustment right here against that boxing one coming out of the half.
Well, and I mean, both sides, you can tell there's a little bit of frustration. Players who have been very solid and very consistent are missing off of the rim and missing off the backboard, and even on those layup calls.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just not really getting everything that they want right now.
Yeah.
And so frustration on both sides, but I think that also goes with the fact that both of these teams are pretty equal pairings. I mean, you're talking about we knew it was going to be that way. And anyways, we're going to take a break here as we'll be coming back here in about 7 minutes. All right, we are back. This is Chris Larcade once again as the Gore Pirates take on the Stigler Panthers. And I'm right here with Coach Folkerts. Coach, what would you say you see right now? I mean, of course, both teams staying in the locker room and all the way through halftime, not coming out here really to shoot around or anything. Coach is really getting down to business, sounds like, in the locker room. So,
yeah, I think, I think Coach S is talking about kind of what he wants to do against that. And right there, really smart. What he did right there was he started Duke with the ball.
Yeah.
Since he's getting pressured where he can't catch it if he doesn't have it. So I think that right there is a good start with him bringing the ball to the floor. And I imagine Coach Parker with Stigler, I think his emphasis was go finish. When you get second and third opportunities, put the ball in the basket right there. Use that to your advantage and just stay patient. Stay patient against Gore's man. Stay patient against their zone if they show it, because they're going to get a look. Great job by Gore getting a second, third opportunity. Got a jump ball. It's going to go back to Stigler, but good job going to get that offensive rebound.
Well, like you said, be interested to see if Duke will be the main ball handler here, bring it on down the court.
Anytime I've ever had a player since I've been coaching get boxing one, and it's always been a guard. One of the things you talk about is you like the ball to start in his hands. So he can pass. If he does make a pass, he can go screen. He can become a great screener, but the offense can start with him touching the basketball.
Nice shot, a little jumper shot there from McCade Perry.
See, right here, he didn't start with it. Right now, I think Gore's just got a little motion offense. They're going to flash a high post.
Shells driving over to the side. Got to be careful not to get trapped in a corner. He's leaving the man open over there on Kirkpatrick. Just a little overthrow.
Going to start 1-4 high right here, it looks like.
Perry up once again. Rebounded by Dickerson.
It's a good job blocking out the shooter.
Kirkpatrick. Pass over to Cooper. Cooper puts it up for a shot. No good. Rebounded by number 21, Self. Had him a pretty good first half. Gould.
Yeah, I agree with that. I really believe if Cooper had stayed upright right there, and I think he tried to sell it too much. I really feel like if he really truly took it off the chest right there, he would have got away with the charge.
That'll be Cooper's first foul.
All right, little up screen. They're looking for that lob right there, pick and pop. I like it.
Good for three.
I like it. Earlier in the first half, they did that with the guard. I like the big-to-big cross screen when you got a big that can step out, stretch the defense, and shoot the three. I like that. Good shot. Okay, Gore, they're starting to get right here in the danger zone. Stigler's got good guards. They've got good length. They can really stretch this lead.
What a play right there. McCarter. Man.
Stigler on a 7-0 run to come out of the half. Great start for them. Gore needs a basket right here.
Carter, leading scorer from first half.
They got it. Boy, they needed that in a bad way. I think this is a great timeout by Coach Estes.
Aiden Dickerson with that last 2 points. But what I was going to say is McCarter, he was the leading scorer from last half with that last shot. It's put him up to 13 points for the Stigler Panthers.
Yeah. I'm really high on that kid. I think he can really play. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
I mean, nice little step, turn, throwing it up, no looker. That was.
Here's the thing about being a great player. It is carrying that aura about being a great player, having the confidence. There's some guys that they almost have too much confidence. No matter where their skill level is, but I really feel like confidence is the biggest booster you can have as an athlete to be on the positive side. You want to have a level of confidence. You don't want to be overconfident, but you want to have a big level of confidence. McCarter, he's not a big kid, but he plays fearless. and he's real confident in his game. He's confident in his teammates, and that's why he's a good player, and that's why he can step on a high school floor right now and be a good player.
Carter stepping in, pass over to Gould. Mishandle, he's going to roll.
Quick timeout by Coach Parker right there. I think he was afraid he was going to roll over and there was going to be a walk. I think he called it just in time. Stigler's going to have it baseline out of bounds. I wonder, you know, they've been overloading one side, and a couple times it's been a back screen pick and pop. In the first half, they did that with the guard. They back screened for the big, and that last time they had Gold right there where he set the back screen to Warren. They're looking for that lob first and then that pick and pop second. And then the two guards up top are exchanging. So I wouldn't doubt if we see something similar to that, and it looks like we are. I mean, they hadn't stopped it yet, so there's no reason. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. See, there's that lob they look. Yeah, it was one or the other. That was a good rebound right there.
Nice rebound by Perry. And put it back in for two.
If there's a baseline out of bounds again, I'm going right back to it until they stop it. All right, so Gore's going to go a little overload look right here against this zone.
Kirkpatrick up the top. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by Warren.
Here's the deal, too. Let's call it what it is. When you see zone, you're going to get looks. It is vital that you make shots. You know, at some point, you could start out extremely cold, you could start out extremely hot, but the percentages are going to play themselves.
Gould might have got away with a little walk right there.
Yeah, I think, and maybe a little shuffle. I really feel like Gore, at some point, they're going to start hitting shots. But also, when you're not hitting shots, you want to try to look to get stuff easy. Easier said than done, but you're one to, and here's another outside shot. One needs to go in.
Golly.
Good job going to get an offensive rebound.
Cooper driving in this time, putting it up just off that rim.
Good job going to get a rebound. And again,
nice play by Kirkpatrick.
And I talked about it before the last two nights. Anytime you see zone, that's a great time to go get offensive rebounds. Nobody's matched up with you in particular, so you really want to take advantage of second, third, fourth opportunities if you can.
Carter looking for an opening, trying to draw.
Yeah, it looks like they're going did a little too much right there. You know, that's okay. Look, here's the deal. That's the first freshman thing I've seen, or inexperienced thing I've seen him do right there. So, and that's something he learns from. And you know, I can look at him right now. He knows where he messed up. Again, I'm pretty high on that kid.
Well, and then I also got to look at the fact he's going up against Duke over here, too.
Yeah, I mean, my gosh, Duke, he's an
aggressive player.
Athlete. He's quick.
Athletic.
They're trying to do a little too much right there.
Cooper over to Dickerson. Dickerson for three. Off the front of the rim. Rebound by Eckel.
Gore's just ice cold from outside.
Carter. And that's going to be good for three in the corner.
Carter, good shot.
#1, Jackson McCarter put down three.
And now leads out to 14. 12-4 run to start the quarter.
Push call. Gets Warren.
You know, with 3 minutes left, looks like they're going to be on the deep sideline. Gore really needs to get this to about at least 8 to 9 before the start of the fourth quarter.
Once again, that rim is just plaguing Gore at this time.
Yeah, there's a lid on it right now. It looks like the Stigler's going to go to the free throw line.
Number 21, Hunter Self, drawing the shot foul. Line from Panthers.
Hunter Self right here. He's aggressive going to the basket. He's done a good job of that the last couple games. Good touch too on a shot. Stigler going back to a little bit smaller lineup with Gold coming out of the game. Probably not a bad substitution there too, because I know he's got a little bit of foul trouble.
Hand off to Cooper. We're bringing down the left side. Pass over to Kirkpatrick. Dickerson.
Good.
Down into Cooper.
That's a good job.
Cooper goes up, gets the foul.
Matt, I like the overload look against any zone, but especially against that boxing one. If you hit Cooper right there, and now you had Reed at the high post. You just got to see him diving right there because it's exposed. When you overload and you got a guy matched up, you're taking one guy out of the picture that should be on backside help, but he's shadowing Duke. So short corner, teeth of the defense, hit a dive. Easier said than done. I mean, it's always easy to point out the obvious as a spectator, but hopefully Coach Estes will emphasize that.
2 points for Cooper.
Stigler's just really good off the bounce, too. They've got 4 guys that can drive it. They got 4 guys on the floor right now that shoots it pretty good. They've got a guy with some length inside.
Got a little bit away from McCarter.
Yeah, a little frustration foul right there, too.
I think that'll be his 3rd foul. Or it could be just his 2nd.
I think that's a good idea.
I was right. Look at that, Coach.
Little substitution right there. Good job. I think it's a good substitution right there. Been a little out of control, a couple possessions. Again, he's young, and he knows it. I know he knows it. I can see it in his face. Good rebound right there.
Let's put it in for Cooper. Timeout.
Official's timeout right here.
No, Cooper put that back up for the Pirates.
I think they're just, both sides are making sure the official book was what they had in their score sheet. I think they're checking fouls. Like McCarter, I think now they've got him as a 3rd foul. I think that's what Gore was over there making sure. I think they had him down as 3. They wanted to make sure that was right.
Well, they just got to check Nick Rhodes' book over here, and then, they know. Rhodes is like, wait, I'm supposed to be keeping some of a score?
Yeah. Good job.
Duke, drive it inside. He's going to go to the line.
Number 5, Jackson Duke at the line for the Pirates.
Again, I don't want the stat sheet for me. I don't know if Jackson Duke has scored this game. But he has now. And I will say this.
Carter going back in.
And I've talked to my kids about this for years that I've been coaching. When you cannot, whether you can't make a shot, you can't get a shot off in his case. He's watched 2 shots go through the net now. That may be exactly what he needs to get him going. Now his confidence should be raised. Maybe he's got a little pep in his step. Let's see if that doesn't get him going right here. But Gore's got to find a way to get him a look. It's a tough shot right there. Probably a little forced. I don't know if Coach Parker, I probably don't like that shot right there.
Noah Cooper driving in. Drawing the foul.
We'll go to the free throw line. That's a good job. And Warren was in good position right there, but that hand came down. If he walls up right there, everything's clean. I really feel like he alters that shot where he doesn't make it.
It's going to be 1-1 for.
And then all of a sudden it's an 8-point game, and he's got a chance to make it a 7. That's why you just can't. You can't get out of what you do best, and you can't worry about runs. You've got to be able to answer every run that people take against you. If that Roland Stigler girls game wasn't any indication of that yesterday, then I don't know what is. That was 2 massive runs. Great pass right there. Great look. Great finish.
Puts it up for 2 off the board.
Jamarian Warren putting that up for the Pirates, for the Panthers.
All right, so it's a 9-point game. It looks like Gore's not going to hold it for the last shot of the quarter. I definitely don't think that was a bad shot, but now you got Stigler in the driver's seat.
He's been open numerous times.
Yeah,
just
not
making not falling for him. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Don't run off yet. McCarter, he's shooting from the corner, and he hits the 3.
Wow, number 1, Jackson McCarter.
19.
Keeping it inbounds and foot number 3.
That's 19 points for McCarter tonight.
This poor guy. I'm looking at Ben Kirkpatrick right there, and he's just thinking,
You been there, Coach?
Yeah, you bet I have. Can somebody take the lid off this basket? Again, though, anytime I ever had nights like that, I've tried to find a way to get to the free throw line or go get a layup in transition or get to the basket. Watch that ball go through the net. All it takes is one time.
A little extra effort there by Self. Well, Coach, before we start breaking down right before this fourth period, just want to say once again special thank you to Armstrong Bank for hosting this tournament and all that they do. And say thank you to Cox Corner Store here in Muldrow, Agent Mallory Martin Funeral Home, Valley Family Dental in Fort Smith and Rowan, Eastside Free Will Baptist Church here in Muldrow, Nodis Farmhouse, Midland Motors, Mark Hallam and Farmers Insurance, Cottonwood Design Company. And thank you for all that you do and providing this opportunity for us to live stream broadcast right here tonight. And Coach Folkerts, thank you for being here, man.
Hey, I've had a blast.
I'm telling you, it's been nice to, all during football season, I told you, come on, get on the mic. But we never could get the schedules to align there. But I'm sure glad it aligned this week.
It was tough during football, but I tell you what, I played every sport growing up, but I sure do love me some basketball.
You're doing a great job
with it.
I've actually learned a lot just from listening to you, and of course I'm going to go back and do some homework after this because, I've said this before on the air. My time on the court was limited.
Sure.
Had to retire early.
Yeah. Hey. I think that's a lot of people.
Shells saving it, getting it back to Cooper. Shells driving the baseline.
Pretty good move, but once again, there's that length right there.
Eckel.
If you're Gore right here coming into the last period right here, you got to put your foot in the gas. It's time to empty the tank.
Self making a good shot there, but
and
just
starting
didn't
with this
work his way.
possession, you need to score right here in this possession. And all it takes is one shot to get you going.
Kirkpatrick to Dickerson, back
good
to Kirkpatrick.
And again,
man.
And again, right there, Kirkpatrick had a wide open shot. And what did he do as soon as he caught it? He looked back and he looked at Gold because he knew he's behind him and he knew that length was there. That's what having length does for you. It alters everything. It changes everything at the basket.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, yeah, there's supposed to be 13 on the board, but yeah.
Oh, they called the foul.
Well.
All right, now you're thinking, got to get a stop. Got to get a stop if I'm Gore.
What Nick was saying is that he thought the referee was throwing up a 13, and they put 14 on the board for 3.
Okay.
So that's none of our business, but we'll let them work that out.
I think that's right, though. I think that
Gould was there.
I think so.
Dickerson being called for the hold, right?
Yes, it looked like he kind of arm barred him right there. All right, so look, now you're going to go guard to big, back screen over that. They've given the same look the entire game, and I would keep going to it. They can go big to big, they can go big, they can go guard to big, but that's tough to cover.
That's great teamwork there between Gould, McCarter, and Perry.
Good diagonal pass, but there's that length right there.
Perry, just trying to keep the ball away from
just got a little careless.
Cooper. And Kirkpatrick. Back to Cooper. Over to Shell. Shell's shooting from the corner. Misses.
They just can't buy a shot right now. Good hustle right there. But here's Duke right here in transition. Just over the top of him.
Whew. Man.
I'll tell you what, if I tried to leap up in the stage right now like that, I may end up in the hospital.
I could tell you right now, I'd have missed the whole stage.
Yeah. I would have went shin right into that thing.
Either that or I'd taken out KXMX and all of them right at that moment.
I'd be emptying a bottle of ibuprofen. Oh. A little contact right there, but it looked like they missed that.
Eckel. To save that one, get it to McCarter.
Good feed right there, good finish.
Wow, McCarter putting up 21.
Yeah, he's had a good game.
Cooper with a miss. Shell's able to come up and clean it up.
I like the timeout too, and I'm telling you, Gore is one shot away from outside to breaking this thing up. They could climb right back in it if they could just get stops, not give up easy stuff, not get up second and third opportunities, and if they can make a shot down here.
And here's the thing, I'm going to say this, and I don't mean anything negative about it because I don't, it's hard on the kids. It's hard on them, especially whenever that bounce out of that rim.
Yeah.
But man, if you could say every one of those threes, or at least just half of the three-point shots that Gore has shot tonight, just from the corner and the wing, if that would have gone in, game changer. I mean, it would be a whole different game at this point.
Hey, well, listen, at any level, at the high school level, if you make 35% of your threes, 4 out of 10. You've had a pretty good night from outside. Okay, I mean, you get into that 4 out of 10, that 40-45% range, you're a phenomenal shooter from outside.
Right.
So there's a fine line in just being ice cold and being a great shooter, and sometimes 1 or 2 threes, 1 or 2 shots can make the biggest difference. I really feel like if they can see one go through the net, and get a stop, and then maybe hit another shot, it'll become contagious.
That's right.
I mean, I really feel like I don't know what they shoot statistically on a regular basis, but I really feel like they shoot the ball probably a little bit better than what I'm seeing tonight. And I think those percentages are going to come into play here in a little bit. And there's the stop that you need right there. You got over 5 minutes left in the quarter. You got plenty of time. Don't try to get it all back in once.
Got McCarter back into the game. Of course, this is only a 13-point game. Plus, Gore is also in bonus territory with the 1-and-1. Gore has really done a great job at not fouling. Oh, there it is.
There's
Coach, here we go.
There's the one right
Let's
there.
not jinx it now.
Well, I mean, they're already ice cold even with that shot made. So let's see if that don't get them going. That was a nice shot by Cooper.
Pass over to the corner to Self. Self loses it. Self able to get it back. Step in. Rebound.
All right, there's the stop they need.
Keegan Reed able to get the rebound. Wide open.
He's due one.
Oh.
Man, he just can't buy it.
Kirkpatrick on the miss. Carter. Pass down low. They're going to call a jump. It's a good call.
Oh, yeah, it's a good call.
Substitutions being made. Gould being subbed in by Warren.
Small window pass. I just don't see why they'd do anything other than what they've been doing on that back screen.
Yeah,
look for that lob, pick and pop. They've had something out of it every time. Look, and now he's got a driving lane. Just
Nice little toss out
that
there.
right there. I'm not kidding. That baseline out of bounds has been one of the keys to the game for Stigler. I mean, Gore has not found a way to stop. They have not had an answer for that.
Duke driving in hard. Puts it up off the board, but just rolls
Good
on out.
second chance. Good job on Shells right there. He's done a good job
Duke
going to
for
crash
three.
floors.
Oh, it comes up short. Perry.
If you're Gore right now, you need to get up and pressure. It's time to get up in the passing lane, deny.
Perry driving inside, over to Warren. Shell's called for the foul.
Anytime that ball's driven and gets low, everybody on defense needs to get low. Backsiding it and dropping time right there.
Especially with only 4 team fouls. I mean, you've got room to go here. Warden good for the first.
Yeah, and Stigler right now, all it's about is you're wanting the highest percentage shot you can get, which for me would be a layup. Okay, if I'm coaching these guys, I'm thinking layups, and then obviously they're going to have to come foul you. So it's layups and free throws from here on out.
Brian McDuffie, the sophomore from Gore, his first time coming into the ball game. Oh. Duke. Out to Cooper. Cooper driving in with the jumper, being tipped by Warren.
Good job staying with it.
Pulling it back in and going up for 2. No, it's a 12. No, it's a 12-point lead here, but Self put it up, rebounded by Duke. Duke looking down court.
Coach S has got 2 timeouts left. I'm going to say if this goes, he's going to call timeout.
There's 3.
He's staying in it. Not a bad decision either. They've got a little momentum now. And I think, you know, if you're Stigler, you're thinking, yeah, a little push right there. Again, this is just me. This is a personal preference, and not every coach is different. I don't like that shot. I don't like that shot. You know, if you miss that and you give up a long rebound and then they go down and score in transition, right now you're thinking super high percentage shots. I like this timeout by Coach Parker and Stigler. I think he's going to settle his guys down. I think that's exactly what he's going to talk about is, hey, guys, this is what we want right now. This is what we don't want.
And as what you've said before is like what has put 47 points on that board, it's not all been threes.
Right.
It's been more right on that baseline, driving in hard, getting those little 2-foot shots, lay-ins. But Gore's starting to look like they got a little fire under them now.
Yeah,
you know, they've had their head down a little bit here and there, been a little bit frustrated with themselves. Of course, frustrated with that rim, but obviously,
you know, right now Coach S is probably talking about who's in foul trouble, who's not, and I don't know if they've got anybody in some serious foul trouble, but they still have one more foul to give until Stigler gets in the bonus. So I'd venture to say he's probably talking about, hey, guys, we want to be super aggressive in the passing lane. We want to get up on the ball handler. We want to go for the steal, and if we foul, it's not the end of the world. And when they shoot free throws, we've got to make sure we block out and not give them any second chance opportunities.
Well, I can guarantee it's going to be an interesting minute and 57 seconds that we got left in this ball game. And, you know, of course, we've seen some of those big turnarounds like you've mentioned already, and so we might be in for one right here.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. Minute 57, essentially
now,
2 minutes
and
left.
this is what you've talked about.
Yeah.
They've gone a little right here.
And right now they're going the opposite right here. So they're going to go set, with the big, they're going to go set a back screen of the guard, and they're probably going to pop out. And then they're probably going to do something with these 2 top guards up here. They're going to cross screen at the top guards. And I like that, too, because it puts the ball in the guard's hands, too. So that's not a bad option as well. Again, that inbounds play, if you guys have been paying attention to this and watching this game in the live stream, that baseline out of bounds has probably been one of the biggest keys to this game, or at least some big from an offensive standpoint. It's a good job. That's one you wish you could come up with.
So we'll go back with the Pirates. Give it up to Brian McDuffie coming in off the bench, making a play here.
Yeah.
Really playing some solid defense.
Good hustle play.
Nice play by Cooper. Be careful not to get to any foul trouble.
And I imagine,
tip right there.
I don't think McCarter's a guy you want to foul.
Cooper right there again,
good hustle
making
play. Good timeout.
Hey, I'll give it applause too on that one.
Yeah,
I mean, that
was
was a good play.
And I really like seeing kids not giving up. I mean, now they've put themselves in a position where they score right here, whether it's from the inside or outside, from the free throw line. It's going to get a chance to be a two-possession game. You still have a foul to give, and I think Coach Estes is probably telling them that too. I think he's also probably talking about when we do get in a situation where we want to foul and want to send to the free throw line, this is maybe a guy or two that we might want to think about, even though I really do think Stigler, everybody on the floor, is capable of knocking down free throws, but I bet he is thinking about percentages right here from the free throw line. Big thing is, I think right here out of this timeout, he's probably going to talk about, too, offensively, this is what we want to do. This is the kind of shot we want to take. And there's probably going to be an option A and option B. And if we don't have that, this is what we go to offensively. And they got to think fast and furious right here. Time's running out.
Gore be inbounding.
It's going to be from sideline out of bounds right here towards half court.
Should have a great shot of it over here on camera 2.
Noah Cooper right now, he's feeling it for Gore, playing confident.
Just a little in and out there. McCarter back over to Perry.
Good decision right there. I think that's a heads-up move right there. Great pass.
Rose in the...
And that's goaltending right there, grabbing the net. Hey, Mr. Will Rose right there, I think that was a great decision right there. Maybe he could have attacked the basket, but he made a great decision in backing it out and ended up getting a great look out of it with a great pass. So now instead of a 7-point game, it's back to a 9. That was a big play right there. Great decision by Rose.
Cooper driving inside. Tries to make a little extra handoff there.
You're thinking full out deny. Remember, you still got a foul to give, so you need to probably foul immediately right here. Yes. Now the next one goes to the next foul will go to the free throw line. Some people may guard the inbounder right here, but really probably what you got to do is you got to double team somebody you don't want to catch the ball, and that's the guy you don't want to catch right there. But, McCarter's still a freshman. It should be 1-1 now because I don't think they put a foul up there on the board. That should be the 17th foul. I think Miss Mays is, There we go.
Panthers lead by 9.
All right, Gore, Coach Estes, they have 1 timeout left, so probably going to get a substitution right here. I think what he's doing, he may be putting in a shooter right here. Right now, you're going to have threes. That's a great thing about basketball since they've established the three-point line. You do have the 3-ball option, and they're going to have to use it.
It's good for McCarter on the first.
I'll tell you what's easy to do, and I've seen it I don't know how many times. We've got nobody down there rebounding for Stigler. I don't know how many times I've seen the guy shooting the free throw miss this and get the rebound because everybody thinks that they don't need to block him out. But when you make it, it doesn't matter. So 11-point game now. They're going to have to think shot quick.
Foul, bring the 2 shots. 33 seconds. Hard to see it at this point.
It's going to be hard for Gore, but they got to keep playing to win right here. You got to keep playing to win. You never know. I think of that college basketball game a few years ago. Northern Iowa, I think, was down to Texas A&M by 53 seconds left and came back and ended up winning the game just off. There's a lot of stars that have to align for things like that to happen, but nonetheless, they happen. You got to deny. You got to deny immediately.
Poor little cheerleader, I think, took that one right in the forehead.
Jackson McCarter back in line.
Cooper's foul will send McCarter to the line. That'll be 25 points for Carter tonight. Well, before this game wraps up, we want to say once again, thank you so much to Cottonwood Design, Mark Hallam and Farmers Insurance, Midland Motors, Nodda's Farmhouse, Eastside Free Will Baptist Church here in Muldrow, Valley Family Dental in Fort Smith and Rowan, Agent Mallory Martin Funeral Home, Cox Corner Store in Muldrow, and of course Armstrong Bank for doing all that they do to host this tournament year after year and being so hospitable to all of us here in the broadcasting booth. And I want to say thank you to Drew Luttrell, Lily Gibson, Izzy Swafford, and Nick Rhodes, and we cannot forget Zishan Bakari down there on the corner with the corner cam. And so thank you to all of our students who are working those cameras and doing what they're doing with production. But the most important has got to be my wife, Erin Larcade. Can't do it without her.
You better not forget that one.
And there might be one game tomorrow. We got a little cheer practice thing that she might have to go to for our kids, and so I'm kind of sweating it out to see how that's going to work out. But we'll make it work. 23 seconds, rebounded, foul call.
I think I hear a certain lady singing in the background.
Yeah.
That may mean the end right there.
She a bigger lady right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet that could be the end of this game right here, even with 21 seconds left. But you know what we got looking forward to tomorrow? Of course, we got the championship games. We got a Muldrow Rowland girls game for the championship. We've also got, of course, our boys gonna be fighting it out.
Timeout Pirates.
Coach Estes is extending this game as long as possible, and I don't blame him. He's trying to get the most out of it.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, the unfortunate thing at the high school level, though, is say you get a steal and score, that clock's just going to keep running, though. Nothing left to stop it, but nonetheless, you're looking for anything positive, even out of this 12.1 seconds.
Well, tomorrow's lineup is looking like this. At 1:30, we'll have Salisal Stigler. At 3 o'clock, it'll be Salisal Muldrow. Of course, Coach knows all about that game. Then at 6:30 will be Muldrow Rowland girls. And then at 8 o'clock will be Rowland versus Vian for the championship in the boys bracket. So it'll all be live right here on the Muldrow Communications channel on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. You know, I was explaining this today is just, you know, subscribing allows us to get more visibility, of course, to our local viewers. Anybody who gets on YouTube and things like that, local viewers here in Muldrow in this area of Oklahoma. And another thing I was brought to my attention, and someone had asked me, and I started doing a little bit of research. They were asking about student production programs like what we do here. And, you know, of course, you know, there are schools who have production companies that kind of follow them, and you know, like KXMX and Panther Vision and things like that. But the one thing that we have started here with Muldrow Communications is this is student produced, and they're doing all the grind work and things like that to make this show happen. I mean, we could not do this if it was just adults. And so, honestly, hit that like and subscribe button. Help us out a little bit. And also, you'll receive notifications on whenever we go live. It's a little hard foul there. Things getting a little frustrations, of course, but as it winds on down here. Coach, what are your thoughts on this game before, of course, we'll see the conclusion here, but.
Well, I think Gore's got some things that they can definitely build on in a positive way. I know Coach Estes was disappointed in how they came out against Vian that first game right here. I think they've been better, though, since then. That's just part of it sometimes. You get a little break right there at Christmas, and some teams come out hot like they don't ever miss a beat and they're better, and some teams, they have to find their way again. I feel like, look, Gore's sitting, they're a team in Class A right now. Stigler's a solid Class 3A team. Gore's got definitely some positive things to build from off this tournament. And then if Stigler, they did what they needed to do to win. They used their length. They lose their second chance opportunity, or they use their second chance, third chance, fourth chance opportunities to extend leads and go on runs. And again, I really like the McCarter kid, the freshman.
On behalf of Armstrong Bank, we'd like to thank and congratulate both the Gore Pirates and the Stigler Panthers on a great game. We appreciate the attendance and support from the fans of both teams. But at this time, we'd like to present the consolation trophy for the Armstrong Bank Sequoyah County Area Classic to the Stigler Panthers. Great win.
All right, well, once again, thank you to all of our students out there working these cameras and doing all the things that they do. And thank you to our sponsors and Armstrong Bank. Special thank you to Coach Folkerts here for standing in and helping me out and making me look so good and professional over here just doing what I'm doing, because he's got all the basketball knowledge and I'm just here to talk a little bit. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for following us this week, and make sure you tune back right in here tomorrow as we wrap up this long week. I'm telling you, one of the longest weeks, but I tell you, as tired as I am, I'm excited about tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing how it all pans out. And so can't wait for some great basketball, and we'll see y'all right back here